Luigi.
And Luke second, named to the Hall of Fame.
Right, and we got a lot of other. Phil Wolpert, Bob Lanier, and Alphonse McGuire.
They're going to introduce both teams fully, and the interesting thing about it, you're going to hear a roar when Drazen, they love Drazen here, and the same goes for Sam Bowie. As the Nets substitutes are being introduced, they introduced the entire squad, and they are saving, of course, Drazen and Bowie will be in the starting lineup. We look at Doug Lee, still suffering from that leg injury. Hopefully he'll be back in about a week. Raphael Addison, who has played well, as the Nets continue to play well. Of course, these last three games have been tough. Dudley and Feigl. And now the starting lineup for the New Jersey Nets. Chris Morris, the first man to be introduced. Chris had an ankle problem, suffered in Sacramento. Derek Coleman will be at the other forward position. He's the averaging 19 game. Here's Sam Bowie.
Really nice.
Yeah. There's Drazen.
Well, if they do well in the playoffs, I know a lot of New Jersey people will be rooting for the Blazers with that welcome of Draz and Sam. And those two got to get on fire for Bill Fitch to get that good start you need on the road.
And it's a very, very tough score indeed. And the Trailblazers to be introduced now. They're building a new arena in this town, and they're sold out every game. It's a small arena by NBA standards, 12,888. Realistically, to keep the team here, they need a bigger arena.
Now, well, this club will fill it, and here he is, Buckaroo, Charles Linwood.
That's the nickname when he was 12 years of age. Duckworth will be at the center position. Kersey at the other forward and in the backcourt. And it's a tough one. Terry Porter in his 7th year from Wisconsin, Stevens Point, and Clyde the Glide, Mr. Drexler.
They'll be renewing a lot of practice sessions with Drexler and Drazen Petrovic.
Rick Adelman, interesting thing. Adelman coached the Western Division All-Stars last year. Thought he was going to be the coach again this year. They beat Golden State a couple of nights ago. People thought, hey, he's going to be the coach. And somebody came up with a thing nobody knew about, that the league had passed the rule you couldn't be a back-to-back coach of an All-Star team. So it's going to be Don Nelson, who's had a real fine year.
It's unfortunate for him as we take a look at the officials. Brian McIntyre, they just happened to call to let people know. And that was the first they heard of it, of course. Brian, the competent, capable head of publicity for the NBA, VP.
So it will be Don Nelson. And Louis Grillo, Terry Durham, and Eddie F. Rush are the officials. Bowie against Duckworth. Interesting, because Duckworth's minutes have been down. He seems to be getting a little upset about it, beginning to question what his role is with his team. Last year, we're talking about a guy who had some really good numbers, nearly 16 points a game. He's down to 10 a game right now. And there we look at the big guy, Kevin Duckworth, now in his 5th year from Eastern Illinois. So we're ready for the opening tip.
You notice those write-ups that they hand out to us to see how things are going in the city.
Well, it's raining in Portland. What else do? You sit around and you read.
But it's tragic when you think of a record like this, 29-13, and he's not a low-post guy, and they do have a team that can get out in the open floor. So I think it's important for the Nets to score easy baskets, but to get back and balance the floor.
And you're not going to get many second shots against this team. They lead the league in rebounding. Petrovic has it for the Nets. And we're underway. Mookie Blaylock with the ball. Mookie had been shooting so well, now struggling his last 3 games, 7 of 33. That's 21%. Here's Big Sam against Duckworth. Okay, they're not going to get many second shots. This is Porter off the Buck Williams rebound.
Good shot getting back by Mookie.
Petrovic. Mookie. That's a nice look. Kersey with the rebound, gets it out to Drexler. Kersey, yeah, you got to get back quick as Chris Morris didn't. Great for the Nets as Kersey missed it.
They just take an angle and go to the 10 is incredible.
And the old pick and roll works beautifully.
And the big guy, nice to see him get shots. I mean, he's going to make a fair amount if they get him involved.
And that's score first as we played a minute of this first quarter.
What a thrill for those there in the paper this morning. Nice right up on Sam Bowie and Drosnin coming home, how much it meant to them. Nice little play. And one. Well, I happened to do a college game in Pittsburgh when Jerome Lane took everybody home when he broke the glass. Well, Kersey with that clear out doesn't necessarily get home, but a strong completion.
It turned you back, and that's what Morris did. Kersey unable to complete the three-point play. We're all even at 2, a minute 15 into this first quarter. Tomorrow night, that's set to L.A. to take on the Clippers. Oh, who's Texas playing Coleman?
Forgot, right?
Look at this one at home.
Continues to be sensational rebounder.
Buck leads the NBA in field goal percentage.
73 free throw. We talked to him at halftime, too. Good ball movement.
10 of the 24. Kersey had to force that one. Has it back. And the rebound, Morris. Outlets to Petrovic.
Strauss hasn't an open shot until this one.
And in and outer. Buck Williams with the rebound.
Even to point, Porter, pretty much in the backcourt. This guy's underrated. Look at his coach. Good defense.
Coleman to Morris. Little two-man game. And Coleman. What a block. What a beauty by Kersey. Whoa. Here's quarterback. Bowie fighting for the rebound. Knocks it about. It'll be net ball. What a play by Jerome Kersey.
Great two-man basketball here, but this is just extraordinary timing. And I'll tell you, Derek was shocked, I think.
Yeah.
If he had gone 2, it would have been different.
Count that if it goes. Duckworth with a foul. Bowie to the line.
That was beautiful basketball.
Good way to run the break, too.
It was. They did a nice job. That's what's incredible. You can do a lot of things right and have them negated in the NBA. But when you start hurting yourself, that's when you have trouble, as they did in Phoenix.
They were never in that game. Suns went out, hit 17 of 20 from the floor. 14 shots in a row. That's about 43. Sam Bowie's got all the net points, so he played 2.5 minutes, a little more than 2.5 minutes. Neither team able to really shoot well here in the early going. This was Drexler. Petrovic trying to fight through that screen. Duckworth now backs off. Drexler for 3.
Well, if he makes that, you're in deep trouble. Yeah. Good defense by Strauss.
Mark. The underhand, good for the beauty.
You know, at times he can be extraordinary. That was one of them.
Let's lead at 6-2. Here is Porter for 3. Rebound Drexler. Duckworth. On the tip, keeping it alive. Bowie comes up with it now. And Sam controls the ball. Good outlet to Coleman.
But I think that's what hurts Duckworth. He's really a jump shooter. If he get more minutes, he can have a post game.
7 foot, 280 pounds jump shooter.
Not a post game show, a post.
Yeah, okay. Morris off the mark. Buck Williams boxes out, but loses the ball. Here's Coleman. Come on! With authority.
Oh, they got a big, great buck.
Yeah.
Unattentive. He's giving a little dirty look to Lou Grillo.
So the Nets have run 6 in a row to take an 8-2 lead nearly 4 minutes into this first quarter.
Well, the start is something we alluded to. You got to be sharp just to get your leg. Tough in here for drives.
And I think Coleman will last the touch, and it'll still belong to the Trailblazers.
They have some people who can take you in low, but Buck normally a good selector of passes here. It's not a good one, but heads up on an end.
Porter draws the foul. You got to know when to go up with the shot. You hear that whistle? Boom, go to the tip.
Outbound his ability to get his body and the shot. Everybody hanging on him. Draws picks that one up.
Porter, 6'3", 195 pounds. You mentioned Wisconsin Stevens Point. They got another kid in this team, one of the 7 guys in the history of the NBA to make it to the NBA from Division III.
Long way to go.
Christopher Newport.
Oh, okay, I thought you meant Lamont. He's out with the injury, right? But Kersey, another guy, small school in Virginia. Not a lot of big name guys coming out of college. So Drexler was with that Phi Slamma Jamma. Duckworth, Eastern Illinois. Not a good one.
Porter, it's 4 against 2. Just 2 blue shirts back. And Kersey puts it home.
He just explodes. And those are the ones you can't give him. Top of the key, you're at a disadvantage.
Coleman against Buck. Good double. Kersey comes over. Coleman in trouble. We'll get a jump ball. Give Kersey credit for it.
Got to make quicker decisions when they're doubling. But when they have a turnover, they turn it in their favor. And that is explosive Blazer basketball. But on this end, Durrick's got to make the move if they double kick it. That's what they've been doing when they were playing well.
Buck Williams wins the tap easy. Coleman didn't even get up. Here's Porter.
Drozd really working hard, which you do have to on Drexler.
Buck takes it. Wow.
A little further out than you're used to. Pretty good run now, huh?
Yeah, Blazers have run 6 in a row. We're even now at 8. Here's Coleman and deep against Buck Williams.
Nice
good
cut.
look. Tipped away. Drexler has it. Gets it to Porter. That's a nice catch, too, by Porter.
Late, but still unselfish.
Duckworth is fouled. It's your 2.
See, when you make a mistake, all of a sudden, the white shirt's coming at you, and the Nets playing solid basketball by and large. The turnovers have caused some dilemmas in the open floor. They outnumber you, quick feet, the ability to finish on most occasions.
And at one point, 8-2. We're now even at 8. Neither club shooting well from the floor. Both around 30%. Both with 3 field goals here in this early going. But the Blazers have run 6 in a row and an opportunity right now to take the lead.
And while we have a moment for Nets fans, nothing beats the clean, crisp, cold taste of the king of beers, Budweiser. Nothing beats a Bud. And I was talking to Rick Carlisle just about what they did today. And that's for sure. And they watched tape and went over some things they did wrong. It's an ongoing educational process.
Had to be tough watching the tape of that Wednesday night game.
Oh, that one I would have burned. I told you that. Because you were at the pool today. Nice quick hitter here.
Oh! This whole city's a pool. It rains all the time. It's a pretty town. It really is beautiful.
Just that one with Duckworth. And you know what made that? Buck Williams went down and through. Got out of the way, left the lane open for the big guy.
And quickly, a big run here of 10 in a row now. Going to put a stop on it right now and quickly.
Wide open. Good ball movement.
Morris for the offensive rebound to Mookie Blaylock.
You go right back to Sam.
It's Duckworth. The double. Good look to Morris. Good look to Coleman with a nice reverse spin.
They don't give you many easy shots either. Derrick reaching back into his bag.
Think Derrick remembered Kersey last time on that break underneath?
I think if you have a bad memory, you'd have the call on that one.
That's down 2. We've 5:40 to go, first quarter.
He's got a nice little ball. That's better. They got to get some points down low. And you see Ainge up. It's really essential that he contribute down on the box if they're going to be a factor. But here is the inside catalyst, the choreographer. Depth, touch, inside passing. When they're going well, they get a lot of assists in the half-court set. But the other end, this big guy can punish people, but they need inside baskets.
Going with a rebound. Duckworth has come out strong. 6 points already in this first quarter. Trailblazers lead at 14-10. 5:28 left, quarter 1. That's a tough entry pass.
Sure was.
Morris is fouled. Drexler picks it up.
And Drexler just sneaks a peek. He thought he got all ball. Pretty good personality with the officials.
Yeah, that's the way to handle them, too.
And Porter over here just slapping hands together as though it was all ball.
So they have
happened to talk to his college coach, who's now at Wisconsin Green Bay last night. We're doing a bit on Hidden Gem. Tony Bennett is the player. He left his heart in Green Bay or wherever. And Dick is the coach, and he just talked about Terry a little bit. What a phenomenal performer. And one of those, I guess, hidden gems in his day. But they're not anymore.
They're ranked in the top 20 now, right? Wisconsin Green Bay?
Yeah. 16-1, I believe the record is.
You haven't been out there yet this year. You will. You've been everywhere.
A clear, nice job here. Nice jumper on him. Not that he can't make it, but
they haven't let him glide yet tonight.
There's not much wind in the building.
Coleman, good ball.
Sure was. He really has that move, and he also has that step through if he gets by the man, if the man gives him an angle to go by.
They're all leaving at 14.
Boy, that was offense. Good job by Mookie.
All alone is Kersey. Bowie has another rebound. Gets it out to Mookie Blaylock. To Morris. Knocked away nicely by Terry Porter. And a foul on Mookie Blaylock.
And you don't want to give them up in the backcourt, but I think Mookie felt that numbers would be to the disadvantage of the Nets. But right here, judgment, if there's traffic, you've got to be careful. And I think there were too many white shirts to go all the way.
So Porter at the line. And for Terry Porter, his third point.
You're that man
actually last night when you were back up in Connecticut, able to watch that Florida State Duke game.
Well, I knew you'd be watching it.
My Seminoles close.
Seminoles ran out of steam. Opportunities. But that little whisper you hear at home is Howard Davis in the background, pontificating. So if you miss anything, I'm sure he'll tip me off. Our radio man.
Blazers lead it by 2.
Nice job by Mookie stringing out that pick and roll. Very nice job by Mookie.
Mo's got 8 points here in this first quarter. We're even at 16. With a quarter of runs, Trailblazers at 1 point, 10 in a row.
Trying to do a job on nice play by Sam.
And a great play by Drexler, wasn't it?
Sure was. But away from the goal.
I got him trapped.
It was a great play by Drexler, but I think he had his left hand on Mookie's back.
Did he? Okay.
I mean, I may be wrong. I just thought it was Mookie thought he had a breakaway. But did you notice when they need a basket, they're trying to work on Drazen, and he's contained the Clyde.
Coleman will play volleyball with it. Buck Williams comes up with the ball and gets it to Drexler.
A little too fancy with Buck, huh? See how easy they get some hoops when they're running? You got to make them play half court. I mean, there's not any genius or stroke of genius. I mean, that seems to be what all the coaches suggest. They got
Sam as Porter was moving around him. A little bit of pushing, and then Sam, just a little frustrated, kind of went around and grabbed Porter and turned him around. And on Sam, he's picked up 3 personal fouls in this first quarter.
Changes the game for both sides. Yeah, now they can't play the Twin Tower effect. When they take Derek out, play Sam and Chris together.
Could change the whole complexion of this basketball game.
Got Cliff Robinson in, a little UConn partner of St. George's. Has played very well.
And he's become a real nice player. Here's Buck Williams against Coleman.
Tough shot. Good job by Derek.
Mookie Blaylock on the break. 3 against 2. Try to get it to Petrovic and knocked it out of bounds. There'll be a timeout here for the Nets, but the ball will go over.
Should have given up earlier there. Graz had the angle.
Papa here tonight, Tom Newell, head coach of the Nets, his family over from Seattle, and that's his son, Chris Bo Newell, in attendance here. And there, of course, Tom, his lovely wife here tonight, 2 lovely daughters. What a really good-looking family, huh?
He was as proud as could be, and rightfully so, to see them all here. Not easy to be separated as he is from them. So a very emotional get-together.
Sure.
Got another chance later in the year, too, right?
When we go to Seattle, which will come up on the next Western trip for the Nets. Right here, the Nets are down 2 with 2:50 remaining in this first quarter, 18-16. This is Porter.
This is where he's tough now.
Posting up.
Yeah, he can really do some damage. Out-jump a lot of guys.
Count that if it goes, and we get the foul. And they're going to call it on Drazen, or they're going to call it on Dudley? They call it on Dudley. Let me just...
all the help you can get, tough to negate his inside ability. And that's something he is terrific at. We talk about Chris Morris rebounding on a missed shot, usually on somebody else's, but Clyde can get up quick after a miss.
That's the first 2 points of the ball game. Drexler 0 for 3 from the floor. Nets down 4 with 2:35 left in this first. Blazers have won 8 of 9.
They've been able to get Drazov. He's ready to play. So,
nice stuff.
You think of the break he could have had to do? Get him in the flow a little. I think he's charged up.
Oh, yeah. This is like a homecoming.
Nice job again by Drazen.
Drexler draws right with it. This is Buck Williams. Blue hook.
And he's really developed an offensive game. The left hand.
Buck's second field goal in 3 attempts. That overtime win against the Warriors early this week, he took 5 shots. He made 5 shots. Here's Petrovic.
Feet set, nice down screen. Well executed. Morris and Coleman. And boy, Derek's got to get back. For that reason, Buck took off.
Morris for 3. And Chris Morris with an 11-point first quarter, and the Nets lead it by a single one.
Skyscraper, huh? He gets him up. Nice cut.
Robinson puts it home.
The head, you got to see the ball.
Robinson, their leading scorer off the bench. Let's go, let's go. That was a good look for Drazen, huh?
Sure was.
Buck Williams and Morris fight for it, and it will go over to the Trailblazers.
Chris can't believe it because Buck was in front of him. I think he may have stuck his hand in there. But Draz unable to knock that one down, but Chris, and that may have been off Buck's day. Chris has a legitimate beef.
Danny Ainge in the lineup, and Ala Abdul Nabi for the Trailblazers.
He moved to New Jersey. The guy said to say hello to his family. Stepped up, getting a lot more minutes. Good job there by Chris.
Wow. Coleman will pick it up. Let me tell the folks this telecast presented by authority of the NBA and the Nets, intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, retransmission, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game without the express written consent of the NBA, the New Jersey Nets, and Sports Channel is a no-no. And here is Buck Williams.
Hard work got him to this point. Around 73%.
Remember when he couldn't hit a free throw?
50% at one point in his career. He got letters, instructions, but it took a lot of work.
Got 6 points in the ball game now. And the Nets are down 3 in the final minute of this first quarter. Petro. And we get a foul.
The double up by Ainge. And of course, the Clyde as well. But I think Drazen wants to fill it out. Not every shooter wants to score, but you know, a little emotional high.
Sure.
Coming home. This is his first taste of NBA basketball, and he loved it here. Oh, goodness.
Coleman just couldn't catch it.
Well, what happened, the pass was earned, but Derek was establishing something he doesn't get back.
See, that hurts. That's a 4-point turnaround. The kind of mistakes you can't make. Robinson gets an easy 2. Wow. It's a 5-point lead then. Coleman fouled on the play. Robinson picks it up, and Coleman will go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, pressure basketball by the way they get down the floor. Another guy there. I was looking at the little, as Mills is getting ready Did he come in?
No, he's going to come in for Derek.
That's what I thought. As Derek went to the goal, Bill upset that Derek didn't get back. He was complaining about the pass or the non-call by the official, but you've got to play this game totally. He's too good.
3-point lead now for Portland, and they'll get the final shot. The 24-second clock is off.
But everybody on the baseline, he likes to turn the corner. Drazen's got to fake and cheat.
We're talking about this, how it's changed now. You can do it from the middle, right?
He's trying to force him left. Look at this.
Offensive foul on Drexler. Got the arm out with 4.6 seconds remaining. Drexler has picked up his third personal.
Drazen doing a great job faking, giving a guy a position himself with good fake and recovery.
Gotta hurry. Morris with 2 on the clock. Whoa! Unbelievable!
Well, maybe we're wrong about the shots he practices. We see him shoot these in 3 games, and nobody's going to come out and guard a guy. Robinson can't believe it. There's a lot of air under it.
40-footer.
Whoa!
With Bill Raftery, Spencer Ross back here at the Portland Memorial Coliseum. 28 all the score. Nets in that first quarter really stepped it up after shooting very poorly at the outset. 10 of 19 from the floor. The big story really Chris Morris. 5 of 6 and 2 for 2 from three-point range. 14 points. Now go back to that game that Morris had in Sacramento before the injury. Played very well.
Solid. You know, it's a crazy kind of a thing. He may be the one guy, if you want to put your finger on something, when he's into a game, he guards the guy he's assigned to, or they put him on somebody who gets hot. He'll penetrate. He'll offensive rebound. Shot selection has certainly improved. Wouldn't you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely.
So I think almost...
Particularly the last one.
Oh, goodness. His attitude sort of dictates... Well, the pack is back, huh?
Robert Pack, the rookie free agent from USC, who surprised a lot of folks, but not the trailblazer. Brad Greenberg, their director of player personnel, saw him in an L.A. Summer League, said, I like this kid.
Yeah, and then they saw him in Orlando, and George Raveling, who's having a great year at USC. How often have we seen this guy make those?
Abdelnaby on the follow. Oh, that should be... No, it wasn't, though.
He didn't touch the ball. I don't think he did. I don't think he touched it. But Pack is a guy that George Raveling called around. Nobody had any interest. Got a chance here. Surprised everybody. And Raveling saw guards down there. Nice look. Steps. I think he was shocked he got it, Terry. And right here, the temptation on these shots is to... Well, awfully close, huh?
He touched it.
He may have. He may have. Well, at any rate.
Away from Abdelnaby and picked up by Petrovic.
Draws with a good job. Faked the pass to Mills and hit Morris.
Kersey with the rebound. Nice look by Paxson. Abdelnaby.
How about the way he runs the floor? At a Duke.
And he is taking minutes away from Mark Bryant, the former Keaton All-Star.
Ainge with a little shove got Drazen under the glass.
He has awakened this ball club. Paxson's coming in.
They can start quickly, and you've just got to have some composure. Bill's got some new faces on the floor, and they've got to react. A little breakdown against Phoenix as well when he went to the bench.
Trailblazers have run 6 in a row to start this second quarter. Here's Petrovic.
Oh,
that's a maker for him.
Yeah, sure is. And Ainge gets involved in this one, but every time they've been able to run the floor, something good has happened. Not too many empty trips with the fast break. The extra pass, Cliff Robinson this time down. Their big guys can get them up and down.
That's down 6, early second quarter. Petrovic.
Good job. No shot.
That's a three-pointer for Mookie Blaylock.
Get you back in a hurry. Well, this is the confidence level they have exhibited to us other than the last couple of games.
Well, this kid Pack can fly, can't he?
He can. He can turn the corner. And Mookie, pretty good job getting his feet in position as he gets his, second?
2 on Mookie.
Mm-hmm. They had to finish the thought with Raveling.
Yes.
He saw these guys play, all the guards in Orlando, where they bring in the college players.
Sure.
And he thought Pack was better than any of them.
Is that right?
And he started calling around, and as you mentioned, Brad Greenberg got a look at him in that summer league today. Come on up. Because he was in the back seat to Harold Miner.
That's right.
Mini Michael, they call him. Jordan, that is.
A pretty good ball club there now. Oh, great. Big win this week.
UCLA,
yeah. Right, huh?
At Pauley.
5-point lead here for the Trailblazers. With the left-handed hook. Robinson the rebound. They're running again. Pack leads the charge. Whoa.
They couldn't get back and take the passing lane away from Kersey, so Mookie couldn't get the right angle to guard him.
Lovely.
Nice pass.
Mills. And the foul.
Going after it. Ala tagged with it. But right now the Nets getting the ball down in the box, and a lot of good things come into fruition when you get them down here. Everybody looking for a push-off, but Terry's stepping up pretty good.
And here is Mills at the line to shoot 2. Mills' first point of the ball game. Derek Coleman will come back into the lineup. He'll give Chris Morris a rest. Morris leads with 14 points, 5 of 7 from the floor, including 2 of 2 from three-point range.
Well, you better have your best moves in order when you play this club. They do get a lot of block shots and a lot of hurries. Amazing. 5 a game, of course, Nets with 8, but this team quick to the shot, quick to the basketball.
And they make it tough on you, do they? Rather easy for Robinson, who has 8 since coming off the bench.
Getting better.
7-point lead.
I think he'll shock Derek a little. Derek remembers him maybe a different type of player at UConn.
Coleman knocked right out of his hands.
He's out of bounds, Kersey. Nice swipe. Derek really had pinned his guy beautifully, though. That's a bailout type of play defensively. You're dead, and Kersey pretty good at it. All of a sudden, look how far he is under, and as we noted, look at the shirts over there. Abdelnaby in position to reject.
That's why the opposition against the Trailblazers shoots the second worst in the NBA, because they're on you all the time. Nice look for Robinson, a better look to Danny Ainge. And a 9-point Portland lead.
Smart. Got to get back to running their stuff, and I think Derek down low can do some damage if he can get taking the jumper. He's just settling a little bit right now, don't you?
Settling for less than what they might be able to get.
Well, if you had your charts out, you would see how many opportunities via the fast break, and that's the difference in this game right now. But there's at least 6.
42-33. Portland with a 9-point lead, their biggest of the night. Here's Kersey.
May have heard Bill Fitch. Not good reaction on that one. Well, they play decent defense in the half-court set. It's the explosive break that's hurt them.
Almost put it through as it hit off Pack's head. It landed right into their hands.
How about the reaction, though? Most guys would be fumbling it. A great wide receiver here. As Pack just gets a piece of that one, huh?
It's like that could knock you out.
Good composure is necessary. Now, you do not... How about that little screen by Coleman? And Draz wants to foul, too. 6 points for Petrovic. Nets down 7. Here's Pack again. He's up.
He has been the difference.
Well, before he's done, a lot of guys may pack it in.
That's cute.
If he keeps blowing by, Derek with the fumble.
Another turnover for Coleman.
Well, you're trying to do something positive. That's okay, but this is just great individual ability, huh? Blowing by, breaking down the defense. They must do a better job.
The Nets will return home to the Meadowlands Arena this coming Wednesday night at 7:30. Hope to see you out there. If you can't make it, we invite you to join Bill, myself, live and exclusive on Sports Channel this coming Wednesday night at 7:30. The only visit of the season for the Seattle Supersonics. Right here, the Nets were even at the end of the quarter at 28-28. Find themselves behind by a score of 44-35. That equals the largest lead of the night for the Trailblazers. And the man who's really made it happen is number 14, that rookie, the free agent from USC, Robert Pack. And the Trailblazers in this quarter have hit 7 of 11 from the floor. The Nets only 2 of 10. Some good work by their bench. 8-10 for their bench already has 20 points. Turnovers 11 for the Nets thus far to only 6.
They got draws of a little nickel dimer trying to get Ainge for the double.
Now Coleman, we were talking about his turnovers. 6 turnovers. He's trying to do things too quickly, and you can only get 2 at a time. 3 at most. Relax, set up, and get it right, and he can do it.
Well, he's so important to the Nets that defensively he's going to see the best in the doubles. Nice to get back.
And Abdelnaby puts it home.
Stepping up pretty good, unfortunately for Mark Bryant. Smart telling everybody at Seton Hall as Ala might get the foul on that particular play, but Ainge knows he's drawing both Dudley and Petro. And that's a pretty good feat, huh? The jam and catch it, too.
As you say, he stepped it up. You saw him playing ice with him, too, right?
He's the kind of a kid that did improve quite a bit at Duke. And this club has been excellent at getting late picks and having them turn into pretty good players. I think Mark Bryant, too, and John Wetzel said, hey, he works hard. Abdelnaby, we went to. Mark had a good practice. They've got a lot of good inside people. He said good preseason, good start.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, Abdelnaby is playing a little bit better.
Coleman working the opposite side now. And Robinson with the rebound. The Portland bench has outscored the Nets 20-2.
Yeah, they have been solid. Don't forget Sam with the foul problem.
Yeah, 3.
But you just made an interesting point. I think you should move to the box. You got to mix your game up. And if Derek does, I just think it's tougher for him to defend. You know where guys are, it's easier to go down and help. You got a legal D? No? 3 seconds. Wait a second now. Is that Dudley with the call?
Gosh. Got it on Petrovic. That's his 3rd.
Now Sam and Drazen with their foul problems.
Comes with 6 minutes remaining. Rookie Blaylock will come back into the lineup. A lot of fouls. Drexler on the bench with 3. Drexler will take a seat now. Louis on the bench with 3. Here's Robinson. Well, he looks smooth, huh?
He does. Well, that play they call 54 is just the screen by the power forward for the center. And then the rest is up to you, folks.
20-7 run to start this quarter for the Trailblazers. Nice move by Dudley.
Well, he came down funny. Chris caught it in a peculiar fashion, trying to walk it off there. Nice give back by Tate. Yeah, he was.
Porter and Duckworth set to come back in. Here's Abdelnaby. For the Nets' sake, hopefully Pack will get a rest.
He has led the nice run here by Mills. And puts away about 4 cheerleaders into the first row as well.
Here's the steal. Petrovic comes back with
good composure by Drive.
Knocked away. Hard to enter the ball from the middle. And Pack foul. Good foul by Tate George.
From the top, 3-quartering,
It's awfully tough, but running the floor, the acknowledgement by Tate, and say goodnight. Trainee's going to be working overtime on that first couple of rows.
And Drazen will get a rest now. Buck Williams and Terry Porter back in. Pack and Ainsley. So they've got Porter, Williams, Kersey, Robinson, and Duckworth back in now.
Pretty formidable group. And that pass from the point, too, Durrick's got to go to the ball and seal his man off. I mean, it is a tough entry.
They can still fire him up.
Should have stayed to baseball. Never make it this league.
Now it is 11th NBA season, Danny Ainge.
It's amazing how many people have changed their careers because of a curveball.
And he made it to the big leagues pretty quickly with the Blue Jays. Good infielder. Mills will go to the line to shoot, too. Ainge spent 7.5 years with the Celtics, went to Sacramento, and then to Portland last year. Not shooting that well this year, only 41%.
Talking about trade, you hear the rumors. And the other one, too, that I don't know where it came from, but they were asked about Barkley out here. I mean, these are old stories, but as the season progresses, amazing. I don't know where he'd fit. Do you? He could fit anywhere. Well, he would have difficult fitting some places.
Well, yeah.
The size of them.
In small rooms, he'd have trouble fitting. Drexler's back in the line.
You know, they'd have to give up an awful lot, too, and that changes your team.
Now, you've seen some great teams, great trades on paper, and it takes time to develop. The Lakers put West. There's Duckworth.
Yeah, that's what he has to do, and Dudley paid for it.
Remember, the Lakers put West together with Baylor and Chamberlain. It took them more than a year to get it together.
Eddie Donovan had a hard time, too, when they got the Busher. Really,
Really
took a day. Was that Bellamy, I think? Right?
Howard Comine.
Yeah.
Bellamy.
Butch Comine.
Coleman. Ooh, got that one off. 8 points for D.C., but the Nets are down 9. 3:45 left in this second quarter.
And you mentioned Comine. You know, Mitch Kaufman's dad was his representative in the early days.
Is that right?
If I'm not mistaken.
Robinson knocked away from him. Here's Mookie trying to split the defense. Taking himself for the rebound. Take yours.
That's why you're on the floor.
Follow.
You never know. And anytime you go over the front of the rim, it's dangerous. You love to pick a side, use the glass.
Nice look to Buck. And the foul against Coleman.
Oh, they're having fun right now. This is the follow. The reason you never give up on anything, and Tate benefits by paying attention to business. That is a nice behind-the-back delivery, and not much more you can do than give it away as Buck steps to the line.
It looks smooth on the line. He's hit 3 in a row tonight. Has 7 points in the ball game. They get pretty quiet when Buck shoots free throws.
Well, he certainly stepped up in that category. Oh, he used to get a rash in the Meadowlands when he got fouled. Not anymore.
Ricky Blaylock for the Nets. Robinson with another rebound. He just looks good tonight. 12 points that's coming in. Duckworth.
They're just breaking him down. They got a push off before. And Rick Adelman upset, but they just come at you, don't they? I mean, here's a nice little slip pass. And he did get the right one. Nice call. Nice call. Look at Buck with his strength. He's got Durrick down about 5 more feet.
St. George. Rebound Terry Porter. Trailblazers run. Nets back, though. 3 against 3. Drexler. Good look to Duckworth.
They make more out of 3-on-3s and 4-on-4s. They've got good cutting ability. All can handle.
That's a good point. 3-on-3 is an edge for them. Most teams slowed up.
Well, shot selection becomes imperative against this team.
Away from Dudley. They got a little cute right there. Here's Coleman with a scooper.
Scoop to the hoop. Used to work with a guy that used that. Old Stevie Wonder.
Drexler with a scoop and counted and one.
Speaking of retaliation in kind, and not a good look by Clyde. But right now, that's giving up some easy ones. Got to play some good defense and get some easy baskets.
Well, Monday on Sports Channel, baseball's greatest games continue with Game 2 of the 1979 American League Championship Series. You check out Eddie Murray and the Baltimore Orioles as they battle the California Angels. Baseball's greatest games, Monday night at 7, only on Sports Channel. Well, Clyde Drexler with that basket, his first field goal comes with 2:04 left in this first half. He now has 5 points. Averaging 25.3.
Doesn't get the great attention, but got the votes this year. But he also, very good call. I thought they were going to let it go, as Porter thought he picked them clean. Nice little lead to the trap. Now, the Nets have to be alert and post for Mookie in the middle of the floor, and they can end up with a break out of it. You know, get to the right spots, foul line, and 2 boxes.
But another guy doesn't get much press nationally, Terry Porter.
Now, they've got an opportunity. You know, everybody's giving Chicago the crown. But out here, they're going to have some great playoff games. And it might make
they've got to win the West, though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But I think it'll really make them a great team because they'll be going through some phenomenal ball games. Whoever happens to get through here.
They took the dribble.
Good job. And on Robinson, too, and he's whooping a little on Cliff. Oh, my goodness, that was a pretty swipe. That was an anticipation. Oh, do they give you problems with the... Robinson went down the floor, a gamble pass in the lane. They do a lot of give-back passes, don't they?
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden, you think you're going to the basket and pat it back to one of their partners.
Buck Williams back in the line to shoot 2. So after you work to get a basket like Tate George's, and to have this happen, just a break like that where it shouldn't be, and suddenly they've got a fast break on it.
Well, Bill's problem is the giving up of the easier ones, the quick hitters. And it's a dilemma if you shoot jumpers and it bounces long, or you turn it over in the high portion of the court. Pretty move here.
Buck Williams has the rebound, gets it out to Porter. To Robinson.
Finish. That's the other thing they do. That was 4 on 3.
Robinson with 14 points now since coming off the bench.
Duckworth got down the floor pretty good as well. So they don't have to... Buck's been able to play Derek alone.
Nice save by Tate George. Dudley with the rebound.
Maybe little hands.
Oh, that's a tough look. He got it over to Mookie. Mills on the foul.
Real sharp and alert.
Harry Mills with 8 points. He's coming off the bench, but the Nets are down 10. We're in the final minute of this first half.
And a post up by Clyde.
Knocked away by George. Knocked away by Mookie. That's a foul on Duckworth.
Easy one to call, too, and a delay of the game, too. Should be a delay. Mills gets to the goal wisely and able to finish. I mean, if you get into the teeth of the defense, it's a longer way to run. And this is just his strength and frustration, maybe, as he discards. And boy, Rick's lucky with his leg there. Huh? Has Mookie rolled into him?
7 foot, 280 pounds. You do discard Mookie. You just don't. It's
summarily dismissed.
Yeah. Abdelnaby back in. Duckworth leaves. 10 points for the Trailblazers center. Nets are hanging in this one.
Sure.
They're down 8.
One more stop, huh? See what they can do with this trip. They tried Drexler low before. Nice shot by Tate fronting.
And let's get the final opportunity if they want it. I think that, well, they're going to slow it down and play for one. Good reaction.
Yeah, Tate looked up at the clock. I thought he was going to go all the way.
Mookie takes it with 5.
Oh, just 2. They got to defend here. And they get it under the basket back here. Wow. And a quick 20 by Bill Fitch, and they're knocking at the door. Quick.
Down 6 with 3.5 to go.
Mentally, a little tougher tonight. Right, hanging in. And the ability defensively, when they get set, to defuse the Blazer offense. This is some break, huh? You mentioned Mookie's. Didn't play well, but his performance of late has been just wondrous. The gamble by Robinson and Drexler
wasn't necessary. 3.5 seconds.
No. They take a 20 now.
So everybody's taking 20. Nets were down by 13 at 48-35, and now find themselves trailing by 6 with 3.5 seconds to go in this first half. And they'll inbound from behind their own basket. Rick Gallivan talking to his crew, while down the other end, Bill Fitch diagrams a play for the Nets.
This is a catch or a snatch and deliver, right? Not much time to do much. You can run a little screen to get a guy free.
Mookie for 3, and that'll do it. Good defense by Porter as he harassed Mookie Blaylock on that shot as the first half comes to a close. Nets down by as many as 13, going to the locker room very much in this ball game. Trailblazers lead it by a score of 62-56. We are back here at the Portland Memorial Coliseum at halftime with the Nets trailing the Portland Trailblazers by a score of 62-56, a game in which Portland jumped out to a 13-point second quarter lead. Really the difference, the kid Pat comes into the ball game in that second quarter. The rookie free agent from USC, he really made a difference.
They accelerate with him, and don't they? They push the ball up, but all of a sudden it's a little bit faster. And I think the game is a simple one. If you're trying to figure out how to stop this club, you just got to get back and push the ball to the sideline. You can't let them get down into the middle. They're terrific at, as we noted, pushing you all the way under and then finding the trail guy for an easy giveaway. But the other end of it is the turnovers, which you noted, 11 at one point.
6 for Derek.
6 for Derek. Well, that puts you in a disadvantage number-wise. Then a quick jumper or 2. But the nice thing, the resiliency of this club now. All of a sudden, this is what we saw before the trip.
Yeah.
You know, the confidence level that everybody can get in and contribute. I thought Tate George did some very nice things, particularly playing Drexler.
Yeah.
And that's not an easy task for anybody.
And Petrovic also a good job on Drexler. Homecoming for Drazen Petrovic. Sam Bowie getting into foul trouble early could be a factor in the ballgame. Petrovic also with 3 personal fouls. But the Nets hanging tough. Down 6 here at halftime. We're going to take a break. When we get back, Bill will be talking to the old friend, Buck Williams, right after this.
Unfortunately, this is Portland, and Buck Williams is not with the New Jersey Nets, but it's nevertheless great to see you, Buck, and we're proud of what you're doing with your career.
Thank you very much, Bill, and it's always good to play against the Nets, and always good to see you guys.
Well, in your days with the Nets now, I know the air is not as fresh out here. I mean, the nice thing that you left back home. Who taught you how to shoot free throws? 73%.
Well, you know, I've been getting advice for about 10 years, so finally I decided to take heed to some of the advice I've been getting, so I've been shooting a lot better.
You know, I spoke to John Wetzel before you came out, and we're just talking about what you mean to a club. Right. And he said when you walked in here, just things changed without you saying anything.
Yes, I think, you know, you have to lead by example. You know, all the years in New Jersey, that's what I try to do is lead by example. And I think now we have some legitimate players on our squad, such as a Drexler or a Duckworth, you know, players that don't have to come out every night and score 20 points, get 13 rebounds. So it makes my job a lot easier. My leadership quality is more evident on a team of this nature.
You know, Buck, when you played in Jersey, I was always amazed how you ran the floor. And this club, it's perfect for what you do. You can rebound and fill the lane.
Right. You know, it's so funny because when I first got here, the coach did not understand, that I could run the floor. So, like the first month or two of the season, I was running the floor and getting layups. He's like, where you learn to run like that? We didn't see that before we decided to trade for you. But, yes, I can run the floor, and I think it's real suitable for our team because we want to get the ball off the glass and push up the floor.
Well, this particular team has a chance, and you're probably one of the main reasons. Who's your competition out in this area?
Well, right now, I have to say the Phoenix Suns and San Antonio. Those are two teams that have given us problems in the past, and in order for us to beat those teams, we have to put in just a fine performance. But overall, I think we, are right there, and it's just a matter of just executing and staying with our foundation, which is rebounding and playing defense.
Yeah, you got a couple of Jersey guys here. The Jersey connection is alive. Mark Bryant, of course, Ala Abdelnaby. How are they coming along?
They're coming along very well. Abdelnaby is having a real good year this year. He's been playing a little more consistently than he played last year. Mark Bryant hasn't gotten that much time, but he's been playing very well in practice and during the exhibition season. So those are two players that have improved tremendously, along with Cliff Robinson.
Back in our area, you see Michael Jordan quite a bit. You've got a pretty good player here that can do some of the things Michael can do.
There is no question about it. Everyone talks about Michael Jordan, which is reasonable, but I think Clyde Drexler is a very fine ball player. He's the tops in rebounding, scoring, assists of the players in this category. And when you talk about Jordan, the next player that has to be off your tongue is Clyde Drexler.
Who's the best player out of Carolina, you or Jordan?
Well, it's probably a toss-up. It all depends on which night it is.
Buck, your family's well?
Oh, yes. We're doing pretty good right now. Had a setback about a month ago, but we're picking up the pieces and trying to get everything back together.
Well, everybody in Jersey is awfully proud of you, and everybody's rooting for you. Give your best to the organization and the fans back in Jersey. Thanks for dropping by.
Thank you, Bill.
I'll be back with more after these words.
In Portland, Oregon, with the Nets trailing the Trailblazers by a score of 62-56 in a ball game. We talked about the bench of these two teams. In that first half, the net bench, you've got Mills with 8, Dudley with 2, and Tate George with 4. That's a total of 14 points. While the bench for the Trailblazers, Cliff Robinson 14, Ainge and Abdelnaby 4 apiece, and Pack with 6 off the bench. So 28 points from their bench, and that spurt they got at the start of the second quarter when their bench came in. Really the difference in this game broke up the tie game.
The edge, but then the second group got their feet under them. But Chris Morris, that was
great
some quarter and change. I mean, just terrific basketball. So I would look to him to get involved a little bit more. The one thing about Chris that we always forget is defensively. I mean, he usually plays whoever is hot, matches up with the premier three-man, but will go and play others if necessary. So Bill's in pretty good shape. Sam sat with the 3, and I think they can address the second half, at least mentally, with enough weapons.
Well, the weapons in that first half was primarily Chris Morris. The turnovers hurt the Nets. 6 turnovers in that first half for Derek Coleman alone, in a ball game that was tied at 28 after the first quarter. Let's check out some of the highlights. And Buck Williams had a highlight-type first half.
Well, he's one of the premier power forwards. He's developed some offense. Here's the rolling left hand. You've got to get him away from the basket. And, of course, the attitude. Isn't he delightful to listen to? Yeah, he's fun to be around, and the guy that's made this club pretty good. Here's the guy that stepped it up. Pack, the Trojan from USC, breaking down the defense, and that was where everybody was back and set, something that they're very good at. Even numbers are ahead, and this is a great play as the Nets steal and get the finger roll late. Ala Abdelnaby's telling me to say hello to his folks and everybody back in Jersey as we're doing the highlights, but Derek, not for him, not a real good forward. No. A good half, I should say. A very good forward. And Draz, who I think came into this game looking to do some damage and just didn't get enough shots early, gets the roll on this one. And I think they're in pretty good shape against an explosive team, Spencer.
19 minutes for Petrovic and only 7 shots, 3 of 7 from the floor. But a real nice job that he did against Drexler, who was 1 for 5 in that first half of play. Well, basketball comes back to the Meadowlands next week. We mentioned next Wednesday night against Seattle, and a nice opportunity the Mets are putting forward to their fans. You choose two out of the following 3 games, and you'll receive an NBA Hoop Sports Bag absolutely free. The games, well, February 14th against Charles Barkley and the 76ers. Tuesday, February 25th against the Boston Celtics with Mr. Bird, and Monday, March 30th against David Robinson and the San Antonio Spurs. A limited quantity of the bags are available. Give a call during business hours. The number to call, 201-935-8888. 201-935-8888. Lower level seats are available. Again, pick 2 out of the 3 games and receive an NBA Hoop Sports Bag absolutely free. Call 201-935-8888. Let's check out the out-of-town nobody beats the Wiz scoreboard. The Philadelphia 76ers got 21 points from Percy Hawkins and walloped Orlando at the Spectrum by a score of 112-88. Seattle, a 122-105 winner over Charlotte in North Carolina. The Knickerbockers needed overtime, got 28 points from the X-Man Xavier McDaniel, and beat the Washington Bullets at the Garden. No, check it out. Washington now was by a score of 125-114. It was Indiana, 31 points for Chuck Person, beating Atlanta 115-106, while Detroit clobbered Miami 109-98. Joe Dumars had 29. Isaiah Thomas had 27 in that ball game. Milwaukee came from behind to beat the Boston Celtics 102-100. Moses Malone with 25 points in that ball game. Chicago, 25 for Michael Jordan, beat Dallas 107-92. San Antonio just squeaked by Minnesota 103-101. David Robinson with 32 points. Phoenix leading Utah. Checking Utah leading Phoenix 67-63 at the half. And some early scores. The Clippers trailing Sacramento 29-20. That's in the second quarter. Also in the second quarter, Denver leading Golden State 27-26. Checking out the stats through the first half. In the first half, the field goal percentages, Trailblazers over 50. The Nets a little bit under 40. Checking out the leading scorers in the ball game for the Nets. Chris Morris with 14, Derek Coleman with 10. Kevin Duckworth had 10 points for the Portland Trailblazers. The leading rebounders in the ball game for the Trailblazers, Buck Williams had half a dozen. Jerome Kersey with 5, and for the Nets, Coleman and Bowie and Dudley with 4 apiece. So ready for the start of the third quarter. And the Nets down in the ball game 62-56. They started poorly in the second quarter. That's when the Trailblazers turned it on and went out to a big run and opened up a 13-point lead.
Yes, and as you noticed, Brad Greenberg come over to say hello to us. You mentioned the pick-a-pack.
Yes.
Well, Brad, VP here, Director of Player Personnel.
Brad just came over to say hello. He didn't hear us say nice things about it. He came over to say hello.
No, he didn't.
He just came over to say hello.
Well, we run into him on the road frequently. Another old Jersey guy, in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Joff Petrie, the VP here.
Jeff Petrie.
Yeah. Great
What do you call him? Joff?
G-E-O.
I don't care. It's Jeff.
Jeff. It is Jeff.
Yeah,
it's Joff.
Him and Chaucer were buddies, you know. Not Joffrey, Jeffrey. That's the ballet guy.
A little screen away. 5 on 4.
We're underway here. Third quarter. Bowie back in the lineup. Bowie, Morris, Coleman up front for the Nets. Petrovic and Blaylock in the backcourt. Same starting 5 for Portland. Kersey, Williams, Duckworth, Drexler, and Porter. And there's the steal. So the Nets get it back. Down 6.
Twice, Sam. One a deflection, that time getting it. See if they establish inside.
Dawson almost lost it. Got it to Mookie Blaylock for 2.
He was looking to give it to Sam, and saw the defense react. That's what took his concentration away.
Drexler.
Yeah, that's trouble. He starts making those.
Only a second field goal. He has 7 points, and that's again down 6. Rosin off the screen. That's his shot. Doesn't go. Porter with the rebound.
Of course, that gamble now is 5 against 4.
Porter. There's that back pass again that you talked about off the break.
Well, the gamble by Drazen in the backcourt, you just don't do that against this team. It's got to be at least even numbers, and they still are fantastic pushing the ball up the floor.
11 points now for Buck Williams.
Pretty. He's got a sleight of hand. Don't go to the carnival with Sam Bowie, huh? You'll lose money.
Porter bombing one away, and Buck Williams tries to save it, but it comes to Morris. Nets on the break. 3 against 2. Morris to Bowie to Morris, and Mookie wasn't there anymore.
Now, while he saw Grillo and fill in the lane.
Louis Grillo don't have a jump shot.
No, but it's tough to score from out of bounds with a gray shirt on, too.
Good rebound by Mark.
I guess the whistle threw him off.
Petrovic, good move by Drive.
Broke it down. Well, if you don't get it to the box, then the next best option is to break down the defense with the dribble. And the Nets have not done much of that.
Tough to score from that. With a gray shirt.
Down to 4 here, by the way, Spence.
3 seconds.
Porter using the glass.
He just got that angle where you turn the shoulder on the defender.
And the Nets again down 6, but hanging in here with 9:20 left in the third quarter. Petrovic around Porter, stopping, popping, and it'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And a dip under. I think they get Porter for it. Boy, Drazen really stepping it up a little.
Oh, yeah, he wants this one.
It looks tough with the stitches. Looks like one of those hockey guys. Lou Lamoriello's Devils, huh?
Draz took the stitches Monday night in Sacramento. Interesting thing, we talk about him being a gamer. He turned away from the bench, didn't want Bill Fitch to see him, kind of hit it while blood was pouring down his face. Just want to stay in the game.
Don't come out.
Petrovic with 10 points now. That's again within 4. 9:15 left in this third quarter. This is Drexler. Duckworth. Count it and 1.
Mookie ran under his legs and gets the foul. Just trying to help. They go from a post-up situation on Drazen and the help by Sam. And right here, my goodness. If anything, it may have been the underarm Mookie used.
If he touched him, I'll tell you.
Somebody didn't like the scent.
So Duckworth with a miss. And the Nets again down 6. Can't get any closer than 4. At least here in the early going of the third quarter.
I think a nice play by Buck, huh? Well, you know what's happening right now? When Buck runs the floor, Derek has got to get back. A break.
Yeah, but Derek wasn't back. Derek was upset at the pass and said something to Petrovic instead of going on with the game.
You know what he's doing, Derek? He's back on his heels on the post pass. So he's not as flexible as he has to be. And Buck's quick of foot, fleet of foot.
Ball has it knocked away. Morris with the follow.
With the retrieve.
16 for Morris. Again, the Nets within 4. Oh, nice play.
Everybody's head on their man instead of seeing the ball and responding.
72-66. Portland with the lead.
The dribble was killed by Sam on the pass. Now he can do some damage.
Tough shot. Sure was. Look at that. That be something. That has to be a walk, a travel. Duckworth with the easy 2. But that ball was lost at midcourt. I mean, that's an over-the-head palm, if anything.
You know, I know you think you're right.
I think I'm right.
I think he just lost it. I mean, he doesn't put the hand.
What?
Now, what is he doing wrong?
He's catching his own pass, isn't he?
I don't know. I mean, you'd love it if you were a Net fan, but I think it's just a play on.
Yeah.
And look at the numbers once again. You don't agree with me, but here's the defensive help. A slam generally, but great response. That's why they're so well thought of.
That's down by 8 now, 74-66. 7:40 left third quarter. That's closed within 4.
They walk first, though.
Porter.
Nice play by Mookie.
Got back nicely.
That's nice.
Saved
They
two.
all. Sam did a great job. Along, we have a quick sec. Nothing beats the excitement of Nets basketball, and tonight's one of those nights, and they've had a great month. And when enjoying the game, nothing beats the king of beers. So clean, crisp, and cold. Nothing beats a Bud.
Duckworth. Morris with a rebound.
And a Connie Hawk job.
Yeah. Hey, the Hawk and
the Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
And how about us running into him in Phoenix? Isn't that great?
Count that if it goes. And Coleman will go to the line to shoot two. You know, you're talking about Abdelnaby and the kind of kid he is. Something he said recently. Morris coming down with this rebound. We'll get to the reference to Abdelnaby in a moment.
And the Hawk as well.
Yeah.
A little extra. But he has played well, Mr. Morris.
Nice move by Derek.
Oh, we should have gone the same side, huh? Buck's got him thinking a little bit.
You know, sometimes you see athletes who don't appreciate what they have. And you talked about Abdelnaby, the fine family he comes from and everything, the kind of kid he is. Nice move here by Coleman. Somebody asked him what's he most grateful for in his life, and he said, my family, my health, my friends. I'm 23 years old. I have no worries, especially in our society where times are hard. People losing jobs. I got a lot of friends my age who are trying to get jobs or worried about the jobs they have. My friends, my profession. There's not much I'm not thankful for. I've got a great life, and I hope I never stop being grateful. That's beautiful.
It is. It really is. Of course, down there at Duke, they raved about him. Mike Krzyzewski saw him grow and mature as a player and as an individual. Great how you can memorize things.
Here's Morris. Nets down 8. That'll make the free throws.
Will they cover some ground, huh?
Coleman was the trailer. Porter with a rebound.
Good shot. Now Buck Williams has Drazen, but they don't wait.
Gotta look up, Petrovic. He finally does. Maybe a little too late, and it was. Drazen had Morris all along.
There's that ability to cover ground, Spence.
Drexler. And it should be net ball. It will be. 6:21 left in this third quarter. Right here, the Nets have gone cold. And as what happened in Phoenix Wednesday night, the danger right here. They've got to withstand this right here.
A lot better shots, though, than they got the other night.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe Chris Morris, too. Dra's not a bad shot for him, but they haven't been able to make shots. You're right.
And Sam Bowie is clobbered on the play, and Bowie will go to the line to shoot two.
Now, Chris Morris had a great first half, and guys have to know that. Sam pursuing the ball, running it down, but it'd be nice to see Chris drive to the goal because he's become an excellent passer.
Yeah. Nets have missed 3 straight free throws.
And Antonio continues to roll as I look up, beating Minnesota.
That's 4 points you can't get back, and it's still an 8-point game instead of a 4-point ball game. They're two pretty good free throw shooters in Bowie and Coleman.
Well, they got two guys. You know Drexler can go down there, but Porter with some good inside basketball ability.
He was bothered by Kersey.
They do come after you.
They do come after.
Yep.
And here's the glide. Oh, that's right. Suddenly a 12-point lead.
Oh, goodness.
A break for the Nets off the easy steal. Great anticipation by Buck.
Put it in one hand on the pass, but right here, he takes advantage, large steps, the curl, and once again, Morris over to try and do some damage.
Sam Bowie. Morris with the rebound.
Pretty.
Coleman to Bowie, and Sam will go to the line to shoot two. Started by Morris with a nice look.
We haven't seen that kind of play in a while. A couple of, at least 3 games anyhow, where they've been touch passing, looking for one another. So maybe a harbinger of things to come.
Got to make the free throws, though. And Sam Bowie And a good night for Chris Morris. Sam with only 6 points. He left the game with 3 personal fouls with 3:19 left in the first quarter and didn't come back in. So Sam playing only about 8 minutes in that first quarter of play. In the entire first half.
Nice help by Sam here. And Morris recovers.
It'll be net ball.
Hanging around, hanging around.
Down 10 with 4:44 left in the third quarter.
And it's 4 against 5 as Chris Morris in the backcourt.
Shoelace inside.
They could double something out of his back.
Morris for 3. Rebound, Buck Williams. Drexler.
The length of the floor, approximately 94 feet.
Yeah.
They use it all.
Yeah.
I mean, they can catch long passes so that even if it's a little bit long, they come up with it. Oh. Did he get ahead of steam up?
And Chris has 18 now. Here's Porter right back for a deuce.
Good NBA game. First time they've doubled in a while. Nice look.
Sam alone, and we'll get a foul. Bowie will go to the line to shoot 2.
They have not doubled very much on Derek Coleman. It's been all Buck Williams. But this is a head of steam and a hearty hi-ho Chris. One of the few times you see the cutter taken by Duckworth. He pays for it by vacating Bowie's area.
So Addison in the lineup replacing Morris. Sam struggling from the free throw line. Just 3 in this half. 3 of 5. With Robinson back in the lineup. Knocked out of his hands by Addison. Good defensive play. Robinson a big factor in that first half. Good feed by Petrovic to Coleman.
And they got a piece of that too, didn't they?
Yeah.
Kersey got back in. They do not stop hustling. But Addison with a nice strip and give up.
Porter. Good block by Coleman. 2-on-1. It now becomes 2 against 3, but Petrovic is there.
Nice play by Mookie. And a nice run right now. And, you know, Sam Bowie made a great outlet because initially he was looking to give it to Drazen, and it was ready to be stolen. And he changed the type of pass that he was going to make. Right away, looks up, and then just a loop to make sure. But Mookie handles this beautifully. A little life, huh? Nice basketball by the Nets.
Ross back here in Portland, Oregon, where the Nets trailing the Trailblazers 82-75 after being down as many as 13. Net basketball at the Meadowlands, a great opportunity to see. Well, check out these 3 games. 2 of the following 3 come out to the Meadowlands, see the Nets in action, and also receive an NBA Hoop Sports Bag absolutely free. The games take place on Friday, February 14th against Charles Barkley and the 76ers. Tuesday, February 25th against conference rival the Celtics, and Monday, March 30th against David Robinson and the San Antonio Spurs. Only visit of the year by the Admiral. A limited quantity of bags are available. Call 201-935-88. 201-935-8888, and lower level seats are available. Again, pick 2 out of 3 games and receive an NBA Hoop Sports Bag free. 201-935-8888. Talk about streaks. That's Bill Shonley, the play-by-play guy for the Portland Trail Blazers. Recently, his 2,000th game as a Portland Trail Blazer broadcaster. That's nice, huh?
Well, style, class, good attire. Maybe we should send Howard to a clinic with that.
Howard's dressed well.
Nice move here as they go right to Sam, but he's done a nice job containing Cliff Robinson.
2,000 games. So what do you do that in a couple of weeks?
That is amazing, though. Well, I guess he's got a lot of umbrellas.
Drazen, good look inside to Mookie. 5 on the 24. Addison finds Coleman with 3 on the 24. Nice.
Great give up of one another, and Raff down to the orange now.
And look how easy that was to come back after you work for 20 seconds for a hoop. You give up an easy one like that.
They counter. They're a great counter-punching team. And what happens if you make any mistakes or you gamble out in the midcourt area, they've got the foot speed to blow by on cuts.
Drazen now with 4 fouls. Changes the whole complexion of how he can play, particularly against the Clyde Drexler, because Drexler will take it to him. He doesn't, I'll be surprised.
That's tough. Never leave your feet. Here they come again, right? The pass back
against 3, and they got the yoke.
See the pass back? They do a great job with that. I mean, it's the old trailer theory, but they have full tilt, and they're not taking jump shots at the end of it, are they?
No. Raphael Allison. Rebound Kersey. They run again. And the Nets are back. It's 2 against 3.
Oh, my goodness. Now, that had to be a walk.
Should have been a walk.
Bill Fitch up. Oh, goodness. Well, he jumped over 2 sore plates.
A 7-0 run here.
You think
Bowie.
Sam got away with one here.
Yes, Sam.
They backed the guy all the way in. Now, count these. 1, 2, 3. Oh, well. Just a...
It's the old Olympic hop, step, and a jump.
Yeah, the officials trying to get back in position.
Sam Bowie's missed 4 free throws in this quarter. Danny Ainge back in the lineup.
Bill just saying to Ed Rush, that was traveling, and saying, I was in the backcourt.
Not my department.
Not my job.
Bowie with only 8 points in this ball game. Sam from the free throw line. 6 of 10 now.
Raff, nice job here, but Raff with a tough assignment if Robinson goes down low. They got Sam, at least on that trip, playing buck. Let's see if they switch it back. No? Yes.
They're posting up Drexler now, too.
Yeah, trying to, as you noted, get that extra one.
Nice play by Mookie Blaylock. Here's Coleman. To Bowie.
Oh, what a heady play.
Yeah.
What a heady play. Got rid of it to get 2. Coleman with a great look. Also the dribbling ability in the open court, Spencer. All the traffic around. You see Ainge in his back and see him getting him up and down. And with the contact, he knew he could go to the line.
Clyde says, who lead? Bowie spending some time on the free throw line. That's 4 on Clyde Drexler.
Turning quickly on Sam. From a warm greeting, he's starting to step his game up. They don't like him as much.
They liked him before this started. Here's Ainge working on Petrovic. Petro with the rebound, and Mookie is all alone.
They counter. They haven't had a lot of easy ones, have they?
And suddenly it's a 7-point lead now. That's hanging in there. Under a minute to go in this third quarter. Here's Robinson. Good negated him here in this third quarter.
Good switching right here.
Good defense. Oh, that's Coleman, but Buck Williams all alone.
I thought that was around the cylinder. Nobody else did. That's what counts.
Petrovic. Nice one by Drazen, who has 14 now.
Well, he's going to make them pay at the other end. Drexler out. Ainge more of a jump shooter, although he did try and drive on Drazen. Just doesn't want to get a reach in and hold.
Goes against Mookie.
There's that jumper where Buck was right around. It was off, huh?
Yeah, it was. Close, but off. Would have been an air ball. Final second. Porter with a key clutch shot.
Sure was, and pretty good defense denied. 5 left.
Coleman with 4 in the quarter. And that's going to do it. Coleman again.
Oh, he got fouled at the buzzer. Oh.
He got clobbered at the buzzer.
Oh, Bill up in disbelief. That would have been a nice one for them, huh?
Could have pulled the Nets within 7. Instead, they trailed by 9 through 3. You be the judge.
Well, everything but a scrape, a rattle, and a hard rock.
And a roll. We'll figure it out. Something to do with the state lottery here. Say, tomorrow the New York Islanders take to the ice in the Nassau Coliseum to host the Philadelphia Flyers. The Isles and the Flyers tomorrow night at 5 o'clock, live and exclusive on Sports Channel. Now, the guy just hit the shot. Does that mean he hit the state lottery?
No, I think it means he's going to go to a clinic to learn how to shoot. He was 0 for the night until that one. But right now, that's within hailing distance, have found a way to score and defuse the break.
Interesting. They've scored 28 points in each of the first 3 quarters. 28, 28, 28. And that should usually be enough when you have 84 after 3. But it's not enough tonight against this Portland team. They have 93. Derek Coleman, 14 points in the ball game. It's Coleman, Addison up front with Bowie, Mookie Blaylock, and Drazen Petrovic to start this 4th quarter. 9-point lead for the Trailblazers.
Okay, I thought he forgot he had a dribble. Nice cut. Look at this. Got to deliver.
And Abdelnaby with a steal.
Look at the match. Abdelnaby with Mookie on. They got the switch now.
And Coleman can't stay with Ames. They find the open man. Great block by Bowie. And it comes back to Kersey. And Robinson was the last to touch. 2 on the 24. Got to get that shot off.
Good defense, though. Sam up big. Nice presentation. This is a scrambling type of defense, though. The Nets have gotten free. They make it tough to find people. There, same kind of
same entry from out center. You can't get it in that way against this team. Here's Porter using the glass again on the follow. Kersey and Mookie wins the ball. This is a break for the Nets. 2 Trailblazers are down.
And
Addison
cross court, good.
Drazen 4-3. Big hoop.
He was waiting. He likes to make sure, Drazen, in case the officials, just to reinforce, was it a home run or not?
It certainly was, Ollie. And the Nets suddenly within 6 now. Here's Ainge.
Down to 5.
Ainge for 3. Abdelnaby went for the rebound. Coleman wins it, though.
This one makes it tough. I mean, he can handle it in the open floor like that. Another one.
Good shot, though.
Yeah, going for a why not, huh? What, he got him to 3?
Abdelnaby called for the offensive foul. Allah stuck the hand out.
Sam tried to pick up the charge, and I think he got the wind knocked out of him. Terrific couple of defensive sequences by Sam as he gets in here, tries to protect, and maybe got his hand in the middle there, huh?
Yeah. Actually hit Sam in the head as he came down. Mookie, good, quick step to the hoop.
Hesitate, blow by, and forced into timeout now by the Blazers. And that number 4, huh?
Back to 4 again. As close as the Nets have been here in the second half. A timeout by the Trailblazers with Portland still leading 93-89. To be all right, although it looked like his hand was smacked around a bit, perhaps by Abdelnaby's knee when he went up. By the way, Nets back at the Meadowlands next Wednesday night. Hope you can make it out. Wednesday night, 7:30. Not Bill and I will be along, live and exclusive on Sports Channel. That's next Wednesday night. The Nets and the Seattle Supersonics. 93-89. Nets trailing by as many as 13. Have cut it back down to 4 with a good spurt to start this 4th quarter. They've come out and scored the first 5 points.
Good solid basketball. I think the defense, we had the camera on Sam. He has lit it up down there. And they've gotten some easier baskets.
Portland ball. They've got Porter and Ainge in the backcourt. That's a good entry. Rebound pulled down by Bowie. They call it on Sam.
Wow.
He didn't call it on the shot. How could he call it on the rebound?
That was ancient history. Whether he got him here.
But that's when the whistle blew.
Yeah. Wow.
Now, had the whistle blown on the shot, I don't think there'd be an argument. Robinson had that great first half, 12 points, but the Nets have stepped it up defensively again.
I'm watching Bill, excuse me, Spencer. He's talking to Terry Durham, and Sam chatting with Lou Groh has got to be careful.
Robinson now at 15 points in the ballgame. Buck Williams getting set to come back in for the Trailblazers. Drazen Petrovic.
Oh, right there with it, huh?
That was a shot.
Nice little play. They were trying to get it into Sam. Bottled up.
Petro 7 of 15 from the floor. He's playing with 4 fouls. Here's Porter on the drive. Abdelnaby.
Nice shot. Yeah, broke it down. Big guy has to step up. You can't let the dribble turn the corner that easily.
96-89. Portland by 7. 8:55 remains in the ball game.
Well, they've done a great job pushing Derek all the way out.
And they'll get it on Mookie Blaylock. A little late in getting there.
Not a bad attempt by Mookie, but this is a case of getting the big guy out as far as you can. As Robinson bellies, pushes, gets the leg, and all of a sudden there's help on the pass. And Dirk has not had an easy time.
The tough night catching. 9 turnovers for Coleman in this game. Porter with Blaylock in his face, and Coleman has the rebound.
Nice ball fake, huh?
Good hoop.
Pump, boy, he's starting to make that baby regularly.
18 points for Mookie Blaylock now. Luke 7 of 13 from the floor. The kind of shooting he was putting together when the Nets were on the roll.
That is the guy that's tough at this point. They go away to Abdelnaby.
And Addison knocked it off Abdelnaby's leg, and it'll go over to the Nets.
He has become adept at scraping. Working hard, and there's the save by Rapp.
Yep.
A good call as well.
Nets looking to cut it to 3. Here's the look to Addison. The reverse scoop. Pretty.
How did he get it all the way under? But the cut and then the acknowledgement.
The only way he could have gotten it up, I'll tell you, because they reacted pretty quickly. Here's Robinson foul. It'll go against Bowie again.
I don't think of Addison or Durek, did they? Yeah, Rapp on the scrape, but this is extraordinary. He went up way over on the college box and still able to get under. Pretty good play. Gets the foul on that one.
So Addison with the personal. And here's Robinson back at the line for 2. Robinson's only a 65% free throw shooter. Duckworth back in the lineup. He'll replace Alaa Abdelnaby. So the folks back in Bloomfield had an opportunity to see
a good look.
The hometown hero, and he's getting some minutes, and deservedly, too. High rebound, and Coleman wasn't there. It comes to Buck Williams. 40. Rebound Coleman, knocked out of bounds by Duckworth.
Nice job. Challenge and then finish it off. Those long rebounds on free throws kill you, though. You don't have a guy on that side.
Wasn't his fault.
No, nothing you can do.
That's within 3.
I thought he was going to try and drop step. Nice extra pass.
Dribble maybe didn't help, but it did,
yeah, you're right. I thought the same thing. He had everything ready, but he got a chance to right himself.
Nets are within one. 7:05 remaining in the ball game. Porter knocked away by Blaylock. Here's Danny Ainge with the air ball.
Oh, he kicked it.
And did they call it?
Yeah,
yes, they did. It'll go over to the Nets.
Wow.
Ainge did a little soccer move.
A sleight of foot.
A sleight. 96-95. Portland leads. 6:52 remaining.
Drazen much more active without the ball. So people have to help and freeze others. Like
9 of the 24. Addison for the lead.
Ooh, and Rapp.
And a timeout called here by the Trailblazers as the Nets have taken the lead 97-96.
Spencer, you figure this league out. I mean, you would never know what to expect. You've got to keep your wits about you. Make sure you're prepared to play every night, particularly for guys that are on the bench. They don't know when they're going to get the minutes. They got to take advantage. And Rapp only gets 15.
Opportunity to see the Nets against Charles Barkley and the 76ers. The Boston Celtics with Larry Bird and David Robinson, the San Antonio Spurs. Those games come up in February and in March. And you choose 2 out of the 3, okay? And you'll receive an NBA Hoop Sports bag free. A limited quantity of these bags are available. You call 201-935-8888. 201-935-8888. Drexler has come back into the lineup. What a performance here by Addison off the bench. 6 points here in the fourth quarter, and the Nets with a 13-3 run.
And Drexler with 5 personal fouls.
So here's Porter. Great run by the Nets, the alley-oop. Buck Williams comes up with it, and we're going to foul.
I think Sam with the little shove underneath.
Yep, it is Sam.
Drexler saved that play. It was intended to be an alley-oop for a score. There's no way he can get it, but he makes sure it keeps in play. That could have bounced right back out if he hadn't gotten a piece of it.
So Sam Bowie has picked up his 5th personal foul. And Buck Williams ties the ball game with his 14th point. So Drexler playing with 5. Bowie playing with 5. Petrovic has 4. Blaylock has 4.
Buck's even getting the roll now. The shooter's touch. The turf.
6:10 remaining in regulation time. The Nets are down a point.
Get Sam to touch it. A little more movement, not a lot.
7 of the 24. Petrovic out past the 3-point line. He wanted the ball, but as you said, there wasn't enough movement enough cutting underneath.
And the pass was to Addison, who happened to be free on the other side, but good quick catch and deliver.
Sam with 12 points now, and the Nets once again with the lead with 5:50 remaining. Drexler. Petrovic rebound.
Good balance. This is where, when they've been playing well, if they don't recognize a break, they've been able to get their half-court stuff organized. Oh.
And Addison's got the hot hand. 4 big baskets here in this fourth quarter.
Nice job. The pop out by Rapp. Robinson absent.
It's 4 out of 5 from the floor. Porter, it'll be net ball on the turnover. Nets lead by 3. 5:19 remaining. 22 turnovers in the ball game for the Portland Trailblazers. Rick Allen not happy with the way things have turned.
Nets have made it a half-court game.
And Petro.
Bada bing.
19 for Drazen Petrovic. 5 minutes remaining, and the Nets by 5.
Nice step through by Sam.
Well, Drexler.
Drazen did a nice job on the first dribble move. The second could not contain nor get support.
Bowie to Mookie Blaylock. Oh, pretty look.
Move. That's all they have to do. Sam will get it to him.
Sam with a big fist wave also.
My fault. They thought there was a 20-second timeout call. And he rushed out. This is the action Rapp responds to with a baseline cut. But when they do that, you diffuse any double-ups.
Bowie, remember, playing with 5 fouls, and Duckworth going at it. Here's Drexler. Trying to take control. He's got 18. The net lead down to 3. 4:10 remaining. Sam Bowie. And Duckworth with the rebound to Porter. Here's Robinson. The net lead is down to 1. 3:47 remaining. Robinson with authority. Well, you figure on a Western trip, if you're going to have a blowout for the Nets, let it happen on Wednesday night, so we didn't keep you up too late. Tonight we're keeping you up back home. It's past midnight, and we've got a great ball game. Nets lead by 1 after trailing by as many as 13 with 3:47 remaining. But Rick Adelman's club has stepped it up a notch, Mr. Drexler and Mr. Robinson.
Well, the jumper starts the fast break if it bounces long. Let's see if the Nets go inside for some cuts and then respond by balancing the floor.
On the 24.
The Buck is just powering.
2 on the 24. They won't get it off. That's it. Drazen, for some reason, felt.
Everybody's got to holler. So he's saying, I didn't know, but you know, the other end of it is you got to know.
Yeah, Drazen might have felt that they had possession, but they never had possession, and the clock keeps running down.
Nice tip by Derek, though, to save it.
So the Trailblazers with an opportunity to grab the lead. 3:15 remains. Here's Drexler against Petrovic. This is what the Trailblazers want. Percy. Duckworth, good double team. Addison coming over to help out. 6 of the 24. Porter almost lost it. Double dribble. Good call.
Real good. Porter furious. Gary Durham saying he didn't touch the ball.
I don't know. What is that?
Twice. Dirk's got to hold his position if they go to him.
Stepped it up on Addison. Was at the hot hand. Here's Mookie Blaylock. Coleman, great rebound. Look for Bowie in the steal.
Had Addison. He had Addison on the right, too. I think this helps putting him down on the box. Outside, he was dribble penetrating. Oh.
Duckworth and the foul.
On the floor. I think Raff, they gave it to him.
Did they give it to Raff?
Yeah.
Okay. That would have been Blaylock's 5th.
Everybody stood and watched this one. This is one you got to go after. Sam, of course, underneath. And no response from outside. Tough one.
That's over the limit. Portland does not have a team fouled yet in this quarter. And Duckworth now with an opportunity to tie it. Nets lead 105-104. Trailblazers 20 of 28 from the line. And Duckworth ties the ball game up with 2 minutes and 22 seconds remaining.
Well, when Sam gets it, things have gone well for the Nets. I think they should get him involved a little bit. Then make their moves. See, now Buck has got Derek moved out considerably. Having trouble with their half court again. They're stepping up the D on them.
And there's only 6 left on the 24 with 2:04 remaining in the ball game. For 3. Rebound Porter. Under 2 minutes remaining. On the break. Here's Porter. And it'll be net ball. Porter looked like he was pushed from behind.
He got a little bit of a shove. Yeah.
There you go. Oh, he certainly did.
Well, when they run that fast, Mookie got away with it.
A minute 45 remains. We're all even. Addison, pick and roll, and Coleman is fouled.
Boy, did they get to the ball quickly. Great little play. Nice call by Phil. Well executed. Anytime you can get to the foul line, the pick and roll, they even used that for Raphael all game. So right here, it's just amazing how they get over, though.
Yeah.
I thought he had a slam wide open.
Cole closes up quickly with these Trailblazers, doesn't it?
It's like the Redskins.
It's one of the few towns in the NBA where the fans think they're in college. They're behind the basket. They get up, scream, yell, cheer. They have a good time. They love their Trailblazers. Nets lead by 1. A minute 36 remaining in the ball game. This is Porter.
This is where he's been tough for Draz.
Nice look inside. Sam will pick up the foul. He's out of the ball.
Derek.
They give it to Coleman?
Yeah.
Yep, they give it to Cole.
Underneath. That's a heck of a bailout pass. I mean, I don't know how he got free, number one. And two, Drexler with all that action was able to find him.
So Kersey will go to the line. He's had a rather quiet night, 12 points. A big moment for him. We are tied at 106. Nets trail by 9 coming into this fourth quarter. And Bill Fitch calls a timeout right here with a minute 23 remaining in the ballgame. Coming into this quarter, 93-84 Portland, and the Nets caught fire to start it out. A 13-3 run. Suddenly the Nets had themselves the lead, and it's been 1 point back and forth. Raphael Addison, great quarter.
Yeah, he really has stepped up. He's made the jumpers. On occasion, he has dribbled to the basket and found some people too. But it's interesting to note that when you do play the Blazers and you play them well, and we all watch games, it seems if you take them out of the easy, quick hitters, then you've got a chance to see what they can run on their half-court set. Well, the Nets got back in by stopping the break. And then on their end, they got Sam the ball, and they made their cuts and got people free. They cross-courted the basketball. Now, Durrick has not had one of his better games, but Buck Williams, terrific defender. On occasion, they double up on Durrick. So what Durrick has to do, I think, is set up deeper and keep Buck from shoving him out. There's really not the room to give it to Durrick for him to make the motion that he would like.
So it's net ball with just 83 seconds remaining. Interesting quarter for the Nets, who have gotten into foul trouble, which could be a factor down the stretch. The Trailblazers with 14 fouls now. Actually, that was their first with the final 2 minutes, so the next one will put them over the limit. The Nets have been over the limit for some time now. Really hasn't hurt them that much, though, in this quarter.
Well, Sam's the guy you're probably thinking of most for the Nets.
Bowie plays with 5. Petrovic, Blaylock 4 apiece. And the big guy, Clyde Drexler, with 5 fouls for the Trailblazers.
Now, the play that worked very well for the Nets was the high pick and roll. They did it with Coleman and Addison, and a lot of times they'll do it with Sam and one of the guards. Key is to get it in.
They got it into Bowie. On the 24. Blaylock short was bothered, and Kersey came up with the ball. Trailblazer ball. They've got a 1 point lead with 1 minute even remaining.
Good stop by the Blazers. That was part of his glide.
Yeah,
when he gets on a roll.
Petrovic staying with him. And deflected out of bounds. It'll still be Portland ball, but only 5 on the 24. And 46.8 seconds remaining in the ballgame. Trailblazers lead by 1.
Watch the lob now, or the slide to the goal by Drexler.
Comes to Porter. Rebound, Mookie Blaylock. And a tough ball.
Well, he got it in the front from Duckworth. And this is the rebound that you need. It's so important. And as he turned, Kersey with an excellent read. This tip should go.
Well, Duckworth stepping in. Kersey should really be in, but it doesn't really matter. And Duckworth with a good save.
Sure was.
Timeout. Porter calls it. With 36.5 seconds remaining. Trailblazers have the ball. They have a 1-point lead. Two ways they can look at it, right, Billy? They can try and look for a good one, try and get it off within 5 or 6 seconds to get the 2 for 1. You don't like that, though.
I think now they got to get their best shot.
Shot.
Yeah, just to get it to 3 is the key, I think, for them. Everything that's been run from Portland's end that has been favorable includes Drexler. And I just think he's been able to break down Drazen with the dribble. So you might think the Nets may run at him for a double, but you got to protect the basket, zone up that basket on any sort of rotation. Porter doesn't mind taking big shots.
No, and
he missed that one. He missed that one, but he is a kind of a kid, so you may see them do some things for him with the bump, and he pops out, or also some penetration and that back pass they run so well. Where you turn your attention towards the dribbler, and he floats around the three-point line.
Interesting, the Nets down 9 in this quarter, and then suddenly with a 5-point lead, and then Drexler began to take control, and he really was the key. Not that many hoops for him in this quarter, but a couple of big hoops down the stretch for Clyde the Glide, and Trailblazers, again, this is a team that could very well be contending for the NBA title. I mean, they were off to a really slow start this year, and then turned it around.
Well, this is a tribute to the Nets' fine play tonight. They have bounced back off a very tough loss. The rebound right now is essential. You know, we mentioned Mookie got the rebound and got a jump ball out of it.
Right.
Everybody's got to help out to get control of the basketball.
Nets have hit 10 of 16 shots in this quarter. The Trailblazers only 4 of 13. But it's crunch time now. And guys like Porter and number 22, Clyde Drexler, can make some real fine things happen.
That's the guy I think you're going to see do some damage, penetrate. They've got a 1 and a 20. The Nets can make it tough to inbound. And Drazen and Mookie, I think, are going to be the guys that are going to have to stop the dribble penetration.
There's the guy you're talking about, Porter. He takes it. 3-point lead. As you called it, Mr. Raftery. And you gave up coaching, huh?
Because guys made those shots on me. That's just an NBA great. Mookie on his side that he has to come back to. He's got to come back to Mookie and still makes it with a hand in his face. Nothing but lace. Now Bill with 3 down now. With guys like this and Drexler, a lot of good things can happen. You see the little right hand just to free him up enough to nail this.
Big basket indeed.
Now Bill's got a situation where 32, you don't have to go for the 3.
No, definitely not.
You know, make it a good shot in a respectable fashion. You know, they've stepped up their man-to-man defense. So what the Nets seem to do, if Sam doesn't touch it, they have some problems. A lot of stagnant situations.
You can get the ball in deep, Bill, though. It makes it tough. They can't.
They got to turn and look. Yeah, that's right.
They got to almost let you go up, and you got time.
Well, the other thing they've been doing well is popping Addison out. And he's made some jump shots. And also put him maybe on the same side that you want the ball to go to the box on, whether it's Sam or Derek, is Bill's decision, because he has nailed it. And then when it does go in, make your cuts, and don't forget, cross-court the ball, too, because Drazen knows how to float to that open spot.
And, of course, with Addison hitting the way he is from the corner, along the foul line extended, they can't slough off, as you pointed out, Bill. They can't slough off on him. So that gives you pretty good entry in deep to Bowie or Coleman.
Very, very good NBA game.
Yeah, fun night.
Sure.
Hope you've enjoyed it at home. Nets ball. They're down 3. 30 seconds remaining in regulation.
High pick and roll. They string it out.
Petrovic. And it wouldn't go. Has it again. It puts it home. That's within one again.
Got to pressure.
17 seconds. 15 seconds. And Coleman came over. Very wisely, he gave the foul. Only his fourth, rather than Petrovic, who's playing with 5. Good thinking on Coleman's part.
Oh, this is just a great release by Draz. Doesn't get the kiss to roll correctly, but hanging tough. And I think Sam has stuck that big hand in there, too, to keep it alive.
So Drexler, a 75% free throw shooter, makes it a 2-point lead.
Bill's got 1 and a 20 left, according to me. And I think Adelman's got 1.
14.7 seconds remaining. Once again, a 3-point lead for the Portland Trailblazers. 14.7 seconds remain. The Nets will get the ball back. And Drexler hitting clutch free throws. Talk about clutch players. What a backcourt. Porter and Drexler. Porter burying that jumper to give them a 3-point lead. Here's a guy who's hit 5 of 14 in the ballgame. But give him the ball in the last minute, and he's going to bury it for you, and he's done the job.
A lot of answers. It's still a situation you don't have to go for the three.
Right.
Huh? I mean, 14, give it right away. But you got to be ready to pressure if you make the deuce and give it so it doesn't go very far.
Where do you want to take the bounce this time?
The only difficulty Bill has, he just has the 20 remaining. You know, and you can't move the ball from the baseline to half court with a 20. You need a full. So it's that may change the decision. You know, you might have to look for the 3.
That's true.
Right, because you just don't have
You got people who can hit it. Addison really hasn't hit many this year, but when you've got the likes of Drazen Petrovic out there, who's 3rd in the league at 46%. Tonight, Petro has hit 1. Overall in the game, Nets are 4 for 9 for 3-point range.
I'll tell you, a guy that can hit it is Derrick, and they're so used to him being on the box, maybe he could just extricate himself a little screen down.
So 14.7 seconds remain in the ball game, and the Nets trailing 111-108 after being down by 9 coming into this quarter. Nets will inbound it at midcourt. Rick Adelman sends his troops out.
Sam inbounding to see over the top. You have to set your screen well.
Cliff Robinson will defend the inbounds.
He backs up the zone.
Petro. He's shooting for 3. And the rebound comes down to the Trailblazers. They could salt it right here, but Petro got loose for the shot the Nets wanted. A left side 3-pointer. Got it off nicely. It just would not go.
Got a good look. Got a real good look. A lot of heart, I'll tell you. Right here, you can't beat these kinds of shots. Now look at this look he's got. He's right on the 10. They give him another crack at that one.
He'll bury it. Here's Kersey to shoot 2 now, which would make it 5 with 6.5 seconds remaining. It's still 3. Big free throw coming up here. Remember, only a 20-second timeout remaining for the Nets. As you point out, Bill, they call the timeout. They can't inbound, get it to midcourt. Kersey missed the second one, but the Trailblazers are going to win it right here. Mookie picks up the foul with 2.7 seconds remaining. The Nets had the opportunity as Kersey missed them both, but the Nets couldn't come up with the offensive rebound. That hurts. Sam just
a lot of hands,
got up a little too quickly.
He did. Tough one.
Tough loss indeed. The net losing streak will extend now to 4. Porter shooting 2.
And this is the team of a week ago, though.
Yeah, that's the team that.
Yeah, I mean, at least Bill can contribute. You know, do some X's and O's, get them to do what they have to do in their half-court set and defensively.
First 3 games of this trip, it wasn't the team. Philly, Sacramento, and Phoenix. Here's Addison, Mookie Blaylock, and that'll do it. This ball game ends. That basket doesn't count. The Portland Trailblazers hard pressed. Bill Fitch's ball club down 13 and trailing by 9 going to the final quarter. Battles back to grab a 5-point lead, but the final goes to Rick Adelman's Portland Trailblazers. Final score, Portland 113 and the New Jersey Nets 108. Bill and I will be back to wrap things up right after this. Net losing streak up to 4 now. Portland beats them 113 to 108. Elsewhere in the